शल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव Everybody together now. Avatatya dhanu Vijam dhano kapardino Vijam dhano kapardino Vijam dhano kapardino Vishalyo banavagum uta Vishalyo The most important thing is to listen. We lost the ability to listen. We are too much mind goes so many places. In 2006, 300 Japanese came and chanted Narayana Upanishad in front of Swami for Guru Purnima. 300 Japanese, that means not like America giving a program in front of Swami means 99.9% will be Indians and one Naam ke vaste there will be one color guy. That is what happens when America goes to see Swami. But when Japan goes to Swami, when Latin America goes to Swami, 99% will be the people of that native origin. And Naam ke vaste there will be one or two Indians that are settled there. So that was the 300 Japanese I am talking about. And when they chanted Narayana Upanishad, they did a play after they chanted in front of Swami called Veda, the breath of Sai. How they learnt the Vedam in Japan, they did a play. In that, they depicted how they learnt. For 1.5 years or so, they learnt Narayana Upanishad just by listening, not by looking at script. Because it would be impossible to write Sanskrit in Japanese script because the syllables are not there. So how can they learn? They have to learn it by just listening. It took them 1.5 years to learn. They chanted so perfectly. Swami was chanting with them. He was so happy. 1.5 years, every single week, people traveled from almost hours to go and learn Veda because there happened to be two Swami students that were in Japan at that time to do PhD or some assignment. As soon as they learnt it, the students were there, they ran to them, they begged them to teach Veda, and these guys were not even Veda chanting boys. They happened to be just sitting and listening to the Veda chanting. So they themselves have to first of all brush up themselves and teach these people. And every single week they went for 1.5 hours, people traveled to those places where these boys are and learnt Narayana Upanishad. Look at dedication, discipline. Here, hey, we will teach you Rudram. No, I cannot get up at 8:30 on a Sunday morning. It's very difficult. And I am so far away. I live in Elk Grove and this class is happening in Sacramento. Oh, so difficult. What can we say? And for 7 years when Rudram classes were going on in Bay Area, young adults used to come down from Berkeley, from San Francisco to Palo Alto for a class that started at 5:30 in the morning. 5:30 in the morning. My wife said, you and Swami will be the only two people that will be for the class. I will guarantee you. She was wrong. By 4:45, 5 o'clock, 70 to 80 people would come, be ready for the class. That's dedication. That's discipline. The yearning is there, no? When the yearning is there, automatically Bhagavan works through you. When the yearning is not there, no, now how do we learn? Whether somebody is going, their child is learning, therefore my child should also learn. Huh? This is what first happens. That's good. I'm not saying that's not bad. But that should turn into, it's a good, in Bhartrahari says, Spardhaya Vardhate Vidya. Means what? You can, by yearning, by looking at somebody, you develop the yearning and you learn. But that is fine. But that should turn into self-transformation. Now, these mantras that we are chanting, nobody in India also will teach like this. Please go find, because there are people that dialed in from India and learned. One gentleman by name Venkateswara Swami, I don't know who that Venkateswara Swami is. He used to dial in for learning the Veda. At that time there was no internet, no Skype, nothing, no recording also. Now people miss a class, it's okay, I can go check the recording. But last week the recording did not work. I don't know what, because it is under my control. Swami takes care of this. Last week, no recording. Beautiful class. I was thinking, oh my God, what did Swami really do this class? And that fantastic class, he made sure no recording is available. Huh? So, because there are so many avenues now, what happens is, people say, it's okay if I miss this class, it will be available on internet. It's not the same as, because if you see Swami on a video, and if you see Swami in going to Puttaparthi physically, is it the same? It is not the same, no? If it is the same, why do thousands of people go to Puttaparthi? Swami comes and sits every week to listen to this. And he is present everywhere. But yet, that bhavana has to translate into bhava, into solid underpinning. And this avatatya dhanustvagum sahasraksha sete shudhe. Avatatya dhanustvagum sahasraksha. This sahasraksha means the one with 1,000 eyes. Sete shudhe. Shata means hundreds of Ishu dhe. Ishu means arrows. And your bow, dhanustvagam, at one time can release hundreds of arrows. This bow of yours is capable of releasing many arrows at the same time. Nishirya selyanam mukha shivo nasumana bhava. For our sake, O dear Lord, the positive one, Shiva, Nishirya Selyanam, please make sure that your arrows are not pointed. Nishirya. Sumana Bhava, have a good mind for us. Have kindness towards us. Very beautiful today morning, no? We make so many mistakes. Please forgive us. Means this mantra is like that. Oh God, we are making constantly mistakes all the time. So many mistakes. If for any one of them, if God by any chance, which He won't, will have unkindness towards that, then what happens? The whole universe will get disturbed. Everything will get, and that is actually happening today. What are the floods that are happening in Pakistan and Kashmir, that area? 13 million people. All the people died in Haiti put together, in Chile put together. All the people that died in Kashmir earthquake put together. They all equal to roughly 2.5 million. But the floods in Pakistan is going to destroy 13 million people. like that. Hello? Water getting ferocious, earth getting ferocious, fire getting ferocious. Imagine if space gets ferocious. Imagine, you cannot even comprehend that. And I'm not trying to say this to scare anybody. When that happened in Haiti, I know several of you, like Sister Uma and Brother Venkat, they all went to Haiti post. But imagine that night when that earthquake happened. Do you think all the human intelligence put together can save that? Can do anything about that? Impossible. Just impossible. When nature gets disturbed, there is a sign from the God that you are messing with God. You are messing. Human being is messing with Mother Nature. Human being is messing with God. And what is this messing with God? To see yourself separate from the Mother Nature. To think that this Mother Nature, the natural resources, are given to us to exploit. When you chant, when you do Abhishekam, you pray to the water, you pray to the fire, you pray to the wind, you pray to the space. When you pray to Shiva, you are praying to Mother Nature. That is every single, if you know Veda mantras, you are praying to Mother Nature. And when this Mother Nature is disturbed, because the human being lost touch with this Mother Nature, it can cause so much calamity. Entire humanity put together cannot do anything about it. Take it for me for granted. So what are we supposed to do? To revere, to pray, to be dedicated to the Mother Nature. Oh, when you get down from early in the morning, you tell the Mother Earth, please forgive me, I am putting my foot on you. Does any one of us do that now? Huh? When you put your foot down from the bed, please forgive me. I am going to be walking on you. Thank you for taking all my weight, O Mother Nature, O Mother Earth. Thank you for giving me the food that is coming from you. Imagine if the Mother Earth decides that it will not produce any food for us. She will not produce any food for us. In the next in the next decade, there will be roughly about 8 billion people. 8 billion people on this earth. Do you think there will be enough food? From 20, 50 years from now, people will be thinking, oh, they used to take shower every day in the morning. I'm not kidding. 50 years from now, people will think, oh, people used to take showers. The water levels in the ground are already going down. Ability to produce food all over the world will be an issue. Because human being is simply exploiting Mother Nature. So this Rudram chanting, why Swami is emphasizing this Rudram chanting is, the Rudram raises the awareness on how to connect to Mother Nature, to the creation. Every single mantra in the Rudram is talking about how to control your messed up mind, which messes with Mother Nature. How not to separate yourself from everything else around you. And that is the thought, which is the one that separates you from everything else. It is the instinct. It is your mind. It is your intellect. It's your perception. It's your cognition. That is constantly, you have to use these tools to unite with the nature, not to separate yourself from everybody else and anything else. And when you pray in these mantras, please forgive me for doing this. When you're telling God, please don't your arrows against us, please be kind to us, means what? We are using you, but yet, please forgive us, because to survive, we have to eat food. To survive, you have to drink water. We need the air, everything. Who do they belong to? You. It belongs to Bhagavan. So every time when you sing a bhajan, when you pray to him, you are saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for giving us the food. Thank you for giving us the water. It is all yours, Bhagavan. We are using it. Ishavashyamidam sarvam yatkinchat jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhungida magradha kasya suddhanam. Ishavashyamidam jagat. This whole universe is pervaded by Isha, the Lord, God. Yatkinchat jagatyam jagat. And when we are using the resources, it's like if somebody is going on a pilgrimage, which rarely happens nowadays, but nowadays, they put in the locker and go, bank. But in olden days, what they used to say is, they used to go to the neighbor and say, we are going on a pilgrimage. Here are the keys to our home. Please take care of our plants. Please take care of everything. Please take care of our cows and cattle. And we'll be back after 3 months. Huh? That's how it used to happen. Now, neighbor, how many of us really know who the neighbor is? Yes, good. Very nice. Huh? Connection with neighbor itself is gone. Connection within the family itself is gone. Why neighbor? Hey mom, how is it going? Yes, you're good. Thank you. Bye. That's the connection today. Internet, Facebook. That is the only connection today. Huh? No face-to-face connection. Facebook connection. Huh? Hello, I am also on Facebook because I have to resort to the Sarvantaryami Facebook, which is without that no connection. You don't even know what's happening with your children until you go on to Facebook. So in order to connect to my children, I have to go to Facebook. What they're doing, how they're doing, all that stuff, because they put on the wall. Now, your right next wall only, father is there. They won't come and tell. Facebook, wall to wall. Wall to wall they connect. Huh? Huh? So this is the connection that the human being is today. That is what the connection of the human being is. Now how can we get any connection to God? Hello? How can we get connection to God? You can only get connection to God when you have the awareness that everything that you are eating, that you are smelling, you are drinking, you are walking, you are talking, everything is coming from Him. Agnirve vachasritaha vaghridaye hridayam mayi aham amrute amrutam brahmani shrotre chachurme. Like that the mantra goes, no? Agnirme vachasritaha. Agnirme vachasritaha. The fire. My voice, my word is fire. Agnirme vachasritaha. Vag hridaye. Where is this coming from, this word? From my hridayam. Hridayam mayi. Aham amrute. Who am I? I am immortal. And what is this immortality? Amrutam brahmani. God is immortal. So where is everything coming from? God. God is immortal. Immortality leads to a particular element. And that element is Agni. And that Agni is the one that is giving my voice. Therefore, if I am reverential to the fire, I am reverential to my own voice. Huh? See how beautiful these mantras are? Where is it starting from? Agni. Agnirme vachasritaha. Vag hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrute amrutam brahmani. Full cycle connection to God. But today, how do we even know that what we speak is coming from fire, what we listen is coming from wind, what we smell is coming from Akasha? All these elements connection, how is it happening? It doesn't even happen. Huh? Swami says all these things, the 5 elements of the nature transformed into the 5 perceptual aspects within you. So when you worship this element, you are worshipping yourself. How many, if you worship yourself, imagine that all these things that are given to you are given by God, and therefore what will you start to do? You will not abuse them. You will not abuse your body. You will not abuse your body with any of the stuff like alcohol, smoking, eating meat. All this kind of stuff is abusing the body. Imagine if somebody comes and gives you a bag of cash and says, I'm coming back after 4 weeks, please take care of this. And then what happens? You will make sure that it is protected. And when they come back and you give it back to them, isn't it? So God gave you this life and He said, hey, I have given this life to you. You have been a dog, you have been a cat, you have been a fly, you have been a boulder, you have been so many things in your past lives. Finally, out of complete compassion, I gave you a human life. And this human life, I'm giving it to you for 60 years. Please protect it and give it back to me with what? Completely, Swami. Everything I'm giving back to you. तन मन धन सब कुछ है तेरा, स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा, तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा, ओम जय जगदीश हरे. Simply chumma singing bhajans, chumma chanting. When you sing that line in Om Jai Jagadish Hare, tan man dhan sab kuch hai tera, Swami sab kuch hai tera, tera tujhko arpan. When you give back to somebody what belongs to them, will you abuse and give it back to them? No. Hello, you understand? So all these are different types of, it is not to feel guilty, I'm saying all this. It's not to instill fear in anybody that I'm saying this. This is to raise our awareness to a higher level. This consciousness raises to you to a higher level. So next time when somebody asks you to smoke, you think, oh my God, this breath is so much belonging to Bhagavan. Am I using this voice to do his work? చేతులారంగ శివుని పూజింపడేని, నోరు నొవ్వంగ హరికీర్తి నుడువడేని, దయయు సత్యంబు లోనుగా తలుపడేని, కలుగనేటికి తల్లుల కడుపు చేటు. This is what is said in Mahabhagavatam. You have to worship Shiva until your hands hurt. Until your hands hurt. Meaning what? The hands are given only to worship God. Noru novvanga harikirti nudvadeni. Today my voice is a little bit cracking, so I cannot be singing bhajan. Why? You are singing bhajan. Hello? Bhagavan is singing bhajan. If he wants you to sing the bhajan, obviously the voice will come back only. And when you experience this, then you will understand what a powerful message he gives. And it happened. It happened to this body. That's why I'm saying. Then you realize, oh my God, I'm not the doer. Dayayu satyambu lonuga talupadeni. Compassion and truthfulness is within you. And you have to constantly nurture those two qualities. And if a person does not do these three things, the use of his birth is only pain to the mother that gave the birth. The only thing that person accomplished is giving pain to the womb of the mother when he was born. Other than that, he did not accomplish anything else. So, because we are not able to live in that consciousness all the time, people ask this question, no, how can we do this? We have to go to work, we have to do this, there is constantly all this happening. I cannot do this, there is no time for me to do this. No, no, no. Take that activity that you're doing and transform it into the work of God. Then automatically everything happens. You create the dichotomy that there is your work or your corporation's work and then there is Swami's work. That's when the problem is. Because you're separating. No separating, unify it. Bhagavan Ramakrishna said the same thing. Mothers told him this. I cannot practice any of this. I have to take care of my husband, take care of my son, my children. I have to give them bath, cook food for them. He said, yes, beautiful. When you are giving bath to your child, you are doing abhishekam. When you are doing padaseva to your husband, which rarely happens, then you are the Mahalakshmi worshipping Sriman Narayana, Dasyam. And when you are actually giving food to your children, you are giving naivedyam, you are making sure they are eating. This is the consciousness. My mother never used to cook food chumma like that. Constantly chanting some Sahasranamam, something she would be cooking the food. No kidding. Never heard her cook food without chanting some names, divine names. And so that food, when we were children, when Amma college time, Amma college, come on, she'll be chanting, she would not be answering. But when serving, she's chanting, when she's cooking, she's chanting. When she's chanting like that, you have no other way other than listening to her. And when you're listening to her chanting, automatically No, I never learnt any Lalita Sahasranamam, Vishnu Sahasranamam from a book or a tape recorder, nothing like that. Only my mother is my guru. When she was chanting, I had to listen to it. All the ashtotrams, everything, all the stotrams. Credit goes to her. When you are cooking the food, chanting the name of the God. When you are eating the food, chanting the name of the God. You are transforming a mundane physical activity into a spiritual activity, and you have transformed from the lower level to the higher level. This is the aspect about singing the name of God. What does it say? Krishna Yanabarade. Krishnana nenadare. Kashta undishtilla. Krishna Yanabarade. Malagiddu maimaradu Krishna Yanabarade. And this is Purandaradasa saying, how difficult it is to say Krishna. Can't you say Krishna while you are earning? Krishna. Krishna. When you sneeze, Rama, Ishvara. When you are having food, Krishna. How difficult? Krishna Yanabarade. Can't you say Krishna? Can't you remember Krishna? How difficult it is to remember Krishna. Malagiddu maimaradu Krishna Yanabarade. So that Nama Sankirtana, chanting the name of the God in very simple activity, Ishvara, Krishna, Sai Rama, how difficult it is. And that is the offering, the surrender is, but yet there is this bhava of surrender which we says, in spite of it, we make so many mistakes, and please do not mind those mistakes, because if you mind that mistake, you will create all these earthquakes, all these floods, all this. It's not God creating alone. I should be very careful about that. It is the human act that has created that. It is not God creating that. But yet God is the only one that can stop it, that can fix it. And therefore, when you are saying, Avatatya dhanustvagum sahasrakshasite shudhe, you have so much power with you, Bhagavan. You can create, you can transform a stone into a woman like that, like just simply by your touch. His pada dhuli has so much power. And people in Simla made this huge, beautiful, on the peak of a mountain. They did Karseva for 15 years, and they constructed this beautiful, Seva ashram with clinic and school and everything. The people from Simla, 15 years they worked, and they created this beautiful opportunity to do Seva. And Swami went to Delhi in most worst time, lot of heat, 45, 46 degrees. He went to Delhi and he spent time in Simla to bless those devotees. Hello. How much he has to be moved to go to Simla to do that? Same thing happened in Hadshi. Everybody is saying, Bhagavan moving out like that. He doesn't need to go to Simla, no? He can sit there and, yes, done. Everything is done. But the people there yearned for his darshan. When the devotees like that yearn, we get benefited. You understand? Then in the process, when his car goes to airport, when he gets into the aeroplane, and whole town gets benefited. Why? Some devotees, what they prayed, made him move out of Puttaparthi. So when he was there in Simla, when the car was going on, the villagers that actually participated and constructed, they were taking the dust where the car prints were there, putting on the head. I have seen it in the video. Because they said the car of Bhagavan has touched the ground, they were taking the dust and put on their head. And many of them that worked would not even have opportunity to have close darshan. They will be sitting very far away. But to see him just for those few moments, those are the greatest devotees. Those are the ones that actually, because of whom everybody else, all of us, get benefited. For us, it is a convenient devotion. Very convenient devotion. If it doesn't fit our schedule, it will be very difficult to go for a bhajan or a suprabhatam or any of these things, because it's very inconvenient to do that at that time. Everything has to happen between 9 to noon on a Sunday. Then it will fit with our schedule and we will be able to participate. Hello? No? I am also like that. Is that devotion? Please forgive us for that. Please forgive us for that. Please forgive us that we are not able to chant your name. And what does that mean, forgive? Your thoughts. Bhagavan is thoughtless. But when a thought comes, it is a thought of only goodness, kindness, compassion. There is no other thought that would come. Sivona Sumana Bhava. Just for our sake, Swami, Sumana Bhava. Always he is having only good thoughts only. In Guru Purnima 1999, he said that. I was coming for darshan. I had a thought that maybe we should have a music college. He comes into the line. A Malaysian banker gets up and says, Swami, I would like to do your work. Can I have an opportunity to offer something? He said, very happy, music college. And then he called him onto the stage. You can go check these videos out. 1999, Guru Purnima. And this banker, very beautiful, when Swami called him to say a few words, he said, Swami, I am a banker. When I go to the bank, millions of dollars are at my disposal. But I have to account for each and every one of them in the morning at 9 o'clock, give the keys back, accounting for every single penny of it at 5 o'clock. Nothing really belongs to me. But between 9 to 5, I am the richest guy in the world. Huh? Nothing really belongs to me, even in this case, Swami. Tera tujko arpana. I am giving it to you. Why you are giving me all this credit? No need, he said. See how beautiful that surrender is? So when we give this, whatever kar seva, or when we do the service in kind, when we do the service in whichever way it is possible, tera tujko arpana. And that Sivona Sumana, see how each of these mantras are speaking about the life of Bhagavan only. Every single mantra has a context in his. To connect to God through these mantras is the purpose of chanting these mantras, because even Veda cannot completely describe the glory of God. Asitagiri samam syat kajjalam sindhu patre surataravara shakha lekhini patra murvi likhita yadi gruhitva sharada sarvakalam tadapitava gunanamishanam parannayati. If you think Himalaya is a pot, and in this Himalaya you take the water from the entire oceans and put it as ink, and the Kalpataru becomes a pen, and Mother Saraswati takes this pen and started writing his glory. Even if Mother Saraswati starts writing his glory, the pot and the ink, Mother Saraswati, the time will not be enough to completely describe the glory of Bhagavan. Huh? So even Vedas cannot completely describe the glory of Bhagavan. But yet, each and every one of these mantras, he is asking us to chant so that we would be praying to the Mother Nature and not him. When the creation is happy, the Creator is happy. When the creation is worshipped, the Creator is worshipped. When the creation is respected, the Creator is respected. When the Creator is respected and the creation is ignored, then you are actually ignoring the Creator. Sarvadeva namaskaram keshavam pratigacchati, sarvadeva tiraskaram keshavam pratigacchati. Whether you do namaskara or tiraskara, it is only him only. Huh? You chant Rama, Govinda, Krishna, Shirdi Baba, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Nanak, Christ, any name you chant goes into the same mutual account, same mutual fund. Same account it goes. No difference. So this mantra is therefore saying, Avatatya dhanustvagum sahasraksha shete shudhe nisirya selyanam mukha sivonaha sumana bhava. Please have positive, kindness, compassionate mind to us. Please don't use your arrows that are not positive. Now this is applying to him, but also applies to us. How it applies to us is that let us use the mind only when it is needed for positive thoughts. Let us not use the mind randomly to do all kinds of stuff. Because if you have a car in your garage, will you be driving it all the time? I have a car, let me go drive. Huh? Will you do that? No. You keep the car in your garage, you use it only when it is needed, isn't it? Same thing with the mind also. Hello. Mind is like your car. Park it. When you are doing meditation, car is parked, no driving. When you're doing your project work, yes, use the car. When you are in the school, use the car. When it is done, park it. You don't drive the car all the time. Like that, this mantra is saying, when that mind, the dhanu, is used for releasing thousands of thoughts, don't use the thoughts that are hurtful. If you think that the thought is going to hurt someone, let the thought just pass by. Do not engage in that thought. Let it just pass by. But when it is a positive thought, it is a thought to do some good for somebody else, immediately go do it. Because by the time it may pass, you may forget it. They say when you want to do good action, the right hand should already do the action before even the left hand knows it. Because by the time these two connect, this may be gone. You will think, paralysis, analysis. How come if I use this money for this versus this? You start strategizing. You start strategizing. Once you start strategizing a good thought, paralysis, analysis. But however, if it is a bad thought, think, let it go, and let that be actually defaced. Nishirya, Selyana, Mukha, Sivonaha, Sumanabhava. Let's chant that mantra and we'll close for today. Avatatya dhanustvagum sahasrachate shudhe Shelyanam mukha shivona sumanabhava Avatatya dhanustvagum sahasrachate shudhe Nishirya Shelyanam mukha shivona sumana bhava